Hey everyone, I appreciate you watching my podcast today, episode 2 of Picking Through Picayune, and today we are featuring Kyle Jeansonne. He is the owner of OuterBanks Axe House, along with his wife, Crystal. Crystal's not featured in this video, but she does put up with him, and I have to give her props for that. Kyle is a very, very interesting guy. He's a fun guy. He's the life of the party. He's the kind of guy that you just want to know and consider one of your friends. So that's why I'm featuring him right now among my first of podcasts here at Picking Through Picayune. He is a great guy, and he truly, there's a lot of people out there that are big talkers. Kyle actually puts his money and his time where his mouth is. Sometimes he puts his money and his time where his mouth isn't. And he's a true hero, really, to the Picayune area. And that's why I wanted to feature him. He helps out in so many ways. He's all about local. He's all about growing business. He's got great communication with other businesses, other restaurants, politicians in town, and he helps out. He helps out with the poor. He's got different programs going on, and we'll touch about that a little bit in our podcast. So. And one other thing, I just got to apologize real quickly. I usually have 2 cameras going on. Unfortunately, I lost the video of the shot of me. So apologize for right now for the static shot on just Kyle. But as I keep on growing, I want to keep on making it interesting for you. So I hope you love this podcast, and let's keep on growing. Without further ado, please watch Kyle Jeansonne of the OuterBanks Axe House right now. Hey there, I'm Christopher McKay. And this is my podcast, Picking Through Picayune. If you know me, fantastic. If you don't, you may know my amazing and remarkably loving wife and business partner, Mary McKay. Together, we run the Kringle Studio, a new business in Picayune, Mississippi, where the Kringles from the North Pole will come visit for photos this winter. But this podcast is mainly about everything local. Local businesses, like restaurants and food trucks, and non-profit charities, churches, history and local politics, live music, venues, conversations, parades, and events. Not really just in Picayune, but within the greater local communities here in southern Mississippi. So let's eat, let's dance, let's talk, let's get together as locals here in Picking Through Picayune.
I remember going as a kid at the radio station and they interview all the kids.
Yeah.
Get a cassette tape of the whole thing and go home and listen to it. That's what it reminds me of.
There you go. All right. Well, all right. Here we are at OuterBanks Axe House with my good friend Kyle Jeansonne. And he and his wife Crystal own this great facility here. And Kyle, how long have you been open here?
We opened July 6th of 2022.
2022, so just over 2 years.
Yep.
And of course, back in July, this last July, I did my first podcast from this location with Jared Dawes performing here. So you've got a lot of live music here.
Yep.
What are some of the acts that you guys have had here?
We've had Jared Dawes, John Mark Burge, Katie Lang, Eric Sharp was the first one to play here.
Right on.
We had Neuropathy full band out in the street. Emily White's come. Need to get her back. But yeah, a lot of local artists, a lot of one instrument, not full blown. We had a couple full blown bands, but looking to get more of that.
Right.
But,
Okay.
Just get the local people out here, come play.
That's something you really enjoy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love the live music.
Me too. Yeah, that's one of my keys here of just coming here and hanging out here is knowing that you guys had the live music, and I enjoy that thoroughly. So why an axe house?
We went one time and said, hey, let's do it, But no, we thought Picayune needed some place to hang out, kids, family, teenagers, get everybody together. It's a big facility. Need to fill it with something. We got a couple pool tables. So see what it was, and it's been good. It's been a good time. We've had a lot of events, still growing with events. But yeah, just a place to hang out, something to do in Picayune, where there's not a whole lot to do in this town.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. So you got pool. A lot of people playing pool on the weekends?
A lot of teenagers coming now. A lot of young people's never seen a pool table. Kind of surprising me. That's one of them things.
They're learning. Yeah, I know.
They're learning.
I think
to play
when
pool.
you and I that was just what you did. You grew up in.
I had one in my living room and dining room when we were a kid. I mean, we had a pool table.
There you go.
Nowadays, it's just not something you see a lot of, I guess. And the only way to get one would be to go into a bar room.
Exactly.
But here, we got a lot of kids come play, and they'll bring their own stick the next time. But good
I
time.
never had one in my house, but my dad always liked pool, so I kind of grew up a little bit, playing pool. Then when I was 8, before I could even legally hang out at bars, I was 18, and back then a lot of the bars wouldn't necessarily, true bars, wouldn't necessarily card, even though they should.
Right.
But yeah, I was hitting up the bars and playing pool, and I was probably a lot better when I was like 21, 22 than I am now.
We would travel, me and a buddy of mine, right out of high school, and we played pool all the time, stayed in a hotel, and one of the hotels we had didn't have remote control. Back in the day, the TV.
Yeah.
So whoever lost the most games that night had to be the remote control. That's how we did it. So you want to change channel? Hey,
that's a good way. Yeah.
But it's just something you don't realize growing up. You've got things and things change. But it's brought a lot of kids in here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, the axe throwing is pretty cool. I like the lesson. You always give a lesson when it's the first time.
And we knew, like, when we brought it in, would it last forever? Would it be a fad? Would it be something? And we've shrunk it down. We had 7 lanes. Now we're down to 4, and even going to put our pinball in that one. But it did get us off our feet.
Yeah.
It got us here. It got something going. It was revenue to get us where we're at today. We're getting more parties now. We do a lot of team building events, stuff like that. Do I know if the axe throwing will stay forever? Not sure, but we can, with it, it's a big enough building. Like I said, we can change, we can do whatever we need to do. Adapt. And that's one thing about being Picayune, you got to adapt.
That's one of the main things I definitely wanted to talk to you about, because you've done a good job adapting, and I think that's one thing that you've championed well, is that, when you're in small business, when you're in this town, you gotta be able to roll with the punches, learn what you need to do different.
Yep. We when we started, we didn't know about food. We weren't raised in a restaurant. Never really wanted a restaurant. We had nachos, hot dogs. We did that. Running Candyman, he ran his whole. We knew I wanted to do a burger, but he already had a following. Hey, we could bring him in day one. We were rolling. It rolled. Economy, it's a lot of everything. Economy slowed down. People's broke. Election near this year. We brought in breakfast. Tried it. A lot of food waste at the end of the day. It never really picked up. So now here we are. We're at pizza, and me and Crystal's doing it ourselves.
No
more contracting out. No more splitting the kitchen. And get up every morning, do dough, roll in. We're back 7 days a week. Try to get it to catch on. We're going to do some more advertising, more events. We got a golf cart coming. Going to start delivery service. DoorDash is coming. Just hang in there with us. It's been a roller coaster the last month or so, revamping, doing everything.
Absolutely. I know you've spent a lot of time, effort, money into changing and adapting and putting in the pizza. But I tell you, Mary and I just absolutely love the pizza. We've had it a few times now, and I might be becoming our Sunday routine here over the last couple of weeks.
A buddy of mine, Jesse Burkhart, came in, and we were going to do this 2 years ago. Originally, he come in and said, let's do pizza. We ordered a dough ball and, tried to cut corners, and here he comes with his dough recipe, makes it. We're like, we can't cut corners. We're going to do it. Let's do it. So we backed away 2 years ago, but here we are now. But it's fresh made dough. It's a 20-year recipe. He's been working on this. He never wanted to own a restaurant. So he gave me the recipe, and here we are. And feedback's been great. We've been blessed. Got a lot of new customers, a lot of our old customers coming back, and we'll just stick with it and keep rolling.
Yeah, I think you hooked onto a good concept. I know some people come in here thinking burgers still, but if they try that pizza,
no more burgers.
They're gonna be hooked.
No more burgers. We're gonna bring the wings back. We got some appetizers we're working on. Over the next few weeks, we'll start rolling some stuff out.
Right on.
But food cost, getting everything in, learning the kitchen ourselves, that's the side we didn't know about. I washed more dishes in my life in the last 2 weeks. That's like mixed dough, wash dishes. So we brought my son in. We got some kids coming after school doing dough balls. So we're responsible for everybody now. So we've doubled our crew because we've got to handle the kitchen now. We never did that before. So learning curve. But yeah, you definitely got to adapt. And we did it with our other business next door at RiverBanks. We started off selling trophies. We rarely sell a trophy now. That's a hat business, memorial business. A lot of commercialized stuff, big contracts. And did we expect to be doing that when we started? No, not at all. We thought we'd do trinkets our whole life, but as time it changes, and you go. It pushes you somewhere. Did I think I'd be making dough behind the window here? Absolutely not. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I've certainly had many changes just in the last few years that I didn't expect. So
y'all got a business.
Right, absolutely.
Y'all changed. Y'all moved. And that's the beach, just moving, just packing your stuff up.
Oh man, yeah, because we've done the photos for the Kringles the last few years in different locations.
Yes.
Here this last year, and it'll be nice to have our own space this year for the first year, and rolling with the changes, and hopefully always making improvements.
Yes.
So why Picayune?
Moved here in '99. Out in Waukee, had a camp out on the river.
Yeah.
And traveled a lot, so I bought a camp thinking that I'd just stay weekends, and got off the road after about 10 years on the road, and fell in love with Waukee and just never left. And we started, like I said, RiverBanks. Bought M&M trophies out and did it at the house. About a year, realized we needed to move, get it to town, get it somewhere more centralized. So we moved in where Union Nutrition was.
Right.
Remodeled that building, stayed there, outgrew it within like 2 days. And, but we were there a year, then ended up meeting Miss Marion, bought her place on West Canal. Then I got out of the phone business and I said, all right, let's do this. So, but yeah, Picayune's been good to us, we enjoy Picayune.
Good, yeah. And I know they enjoy you.
Sometimes, some of them don't.
Sometimes, some weeks you have a question mark, and some weeks you're just rolling.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I think this has been a great place to kick off some concerts, and I look forward to some of the big shows that have been here to be here again. I know you're going to be rolling with that. Now, do you have some kind of like a pay it forward program?
We do. We have a couple. We do the meals, pay it forward. Somebody's ever hungry, just come in. We'll have a ticket on the wall. We're doing something now with the pizzas. We did one last week for Elliot Croney. Their family found out, and I don't want to, something with his stomach along, but real problems. Not going to be able to eat anything they did, nothing processed. He's going to have a really, real tough diet. But we were able to, every pizza we sold last week, we threw $1 up. And for Monday through Friday, we raised, with donations, of course, we had donation box up, but it was about $625 we raised.
Oh, that's...
So, yeah, we want to do that. We want to bring awareness. We wanted this place. We got one coming up for Cat. They're going to do a golf cart poker run. And this is one of the stops. So, same thing. That week, we'll do $1 a pizza. Anybody want to donate? Come get a pizza. We throw $1 for everyone we sell. But yeah, anytime we can help do something, that's what we're here for. We want to have benefits. We want to be able to help people in the community. So, somebody needs something. We got the facility. We can shut the street down. There's a lot we can do here, for sure.
Beautiful. And I know that you've sponsored teams and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Can't go around and sponsor everybody.
Can't do that. I could give away more money every day by people coming in for sponsors than what we actually make. But we do. We sponsor the fishing team. That's the one thing at RiverBanks. We got our sleeve. We got RiverBanks and OuterBanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But no, we want to help. We want to provide. We got the high school band last week at the game. Gave them a discount on pizza where they could sell pizza. But we're also trying to build our name in that too. So whatever we can do to help, absolutely we'll do it.
That's great. Yeah. Just another reason that I think Mary and I have supported you guys, because we know that you're not just simply another business. You're local. Your money is local, and your efforts are local, and it shows.
If we could just pay the bills here, that's all we're trying to do. Pay the bills, buy my coffee in the morning. That's We're not trying to get rich. We just want to, if we could just get by. That's all we're trying to do.
No
we're
doubt.
going to build it into something. We didn't think it, we knew it'd take up more than overnight, but it has taken a few years. But downtown is growing. We got the depots come, Champions over there. You got a little bit of a nightlife coming here, and more food downtown, more places are open.
A little bit later. Everybody, man, for years and years and years on what's happening in Picayune and the other groups, all they said is, so there's no place to eat.
Yes.
After 7 o'clock at night.
Yes. So we're staying open 11 o'clock midnight. We're here on weekends. I know they're staying 9, 10 o'clock too, but if more people would show, because there are nights you can stay longer.
So there you go, Picayune. A lot of people show up. You ask for it, it's here. You wanted a Rouse's or a bigger grocery store, it's here.
Yeah.
Just support a business like this that's willing to actually listen to you and say, hey, we are open late.
Yes.
And I know you've got a great relationship with a lot of the other business owners. Is that?
Yes, we team up with a lot, of course. Dixie Q. We do our Christmas thing every year, back and forth, picking at each other. But no, we get along with most of them. I mean, anything they can help us with, we can help them with. They come eat here, we go eat there, we support them. Because at the end of the day, it's all a family. I mean, we're all in the same business. It affects this one, it affects that one. When it's down, it's down. And it's been a tough year. This year with summer, it was slow. So I know we aren't the only ones struggling.
Yeah.
You see it, they're closing down left and right. Not only here, but big corporations. Red Lobster went out. This one's cutting back, that one's cutting back. All your chains are doing the $5 meals. They're all competing because it's tight. But we're paying $4.25 for a burger, a pound. Chicken eggs. What are eggs up to? They're to the truck $70 a case. I mean, go to Sam's, get them for 40, 30.
There you go.
You can't even get them off the truck right now.
And when you're dealing with real ingredients, though, I mean, it costs, but it also tastes better, too.
It does taste better.
Yeah.
But when you got all this going on and then you cook all this and nobody shows up, you can only do that so long.
Right.
So the restaurant industry is definitely taking a beating this year.
Yeah.
But it's not just it's retail everything. Money's tight.
Yeah.
So.
And I appreciate that you appreciate that.
And like I said, I talk to a lot of other business owners.
Yeah.
I'm a numbers guy. I like watching the numbers. I like seeing who's doing this, what's doing that. Just ride around, take a ride. Go, if you think we're slow, go look at the other place. It seems like when we're all busy. Like everybody gets a memo. We're all going to go out to eat on Wednesday night. Because everybody's busy on Wednesday. Then the next Wednesday you're ready, and then you're out there ain't a person out on Wednesday.
It's almost as a
if there's a memo out there, I want to know about it. For real.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what else to ask you.
Watching these boys pull this truck out of here. Watt tore his transmission out.
Oh, no.
So I got a picture of my Toyota pulling a Chevrolet. So you got me and Jared. Who else you got?
And next one is going to be Mayor Luke.
Okay.
So
tell Mayor Luke, hey, Luke, you come eat over here.
There you go.
Right. But I can see light in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Everybody's paid up. But yeah, it's been tough, man. It's been. And mentally one day, physically another day.
Right.
And you don't know. And then you're going to do all that. I feel like I got a Lego set in here. Let's do this and let's do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, light in the tunnel now, we're on a losing team. And you can feel it. Like nobody's happy.
Yeah.
They just divide. Now, everybody's good. Yeah. We're rolling. And are we killing it? No. But we're paying the bills. There's a little cash flow coming in.
Yeah. And I'm sure that must have been financially hard when you're partnering with somebody, and so they're potentially making more money than you are.
They made a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have the overhead I have.
Right.
By the time I paid my labor, I kept my drinks, and that's really about it. So it's tough. And it took us 5 years to build RiverBanks, and it finally made money, or makes a little money. I don't know about a restaurant, man. I don't know if you'll ever make, like people I see getting into restaurants all the time and like want more and more of them. I mean, you're out of your mind. Get out of here. No.
Well, I guess just the elite few figure out the right combination the way they can keep on opening.
And I guess it's like a gas station. You make a little bit here, a little bit there, and as long as you're turning something, and then you multiply. But it's a love. You got to have a love for it, and yeah, it's tough love here. The hours, the days, you know, and then if you're only open 3 days a week, that's tough too. Because if you don't have the people,
I don't know how places like Jack's Fish House and the places that are only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday now. Granted, they may do good and busy some of those days.
they've been there. So I think it's so long they've been there. People just, hey, we're going there every Thursday night. What scares me with that though, that's an older crowd. At some point, things are changing. You know, are they going to have that in 3-5 years? The same people, but then as more people move out, you know, or out that way. So I don't know. But yeah, if you can do, I mean, $3-4 grand in a night, you open 3 nights a week, and you take 30-40% of that home. Not a bad little way to make a living 3 nights a week. This is more of a grind.
Yeah.
Are you still podcasting?
We're just pretty much done. Yeah, we wound
We
up.
got 4 pieces. Come on.
Oh yeah,
I
you
gotta
do
go
your
to
thing.
work.
Thing.
Let me go to work.
Thank you, Crystal.